guys, Kittykatlapurr here, and today I'm going to be showing you all the metal locations on Scorched Earth. Yay! So if you're having trouble, like most of us, trying to find metal on this goodness forsaken map, you're not the only one. So today I'm going to show you all the metal locations, which aren't easy, and hopefully one that will make it a little easier for you. Or at least this video will. But first off, I want to say a great big thank you to all my current subscribers. You guys are amazing, and I seriously couldn't do it without you. And if you're new here, feel free to hit that subscribe button for pro-ish art content. And if you do like what I provide for you today, feel free to hit that like button. And guys, I'm aiming for the big 20,000 this year, so help me go big or go home and you all get a cookie. Yay! So I'm going to show you quite a few spots where we're going to find rich metal deposits. But remember, there are a couple of areas that have just regular metal, so not looking like this in the rocks, but they're very hard to find, and river rocks don't seem to be around that much anymore. So just saying, it's gonna be a doozy. Your best bet is to get yourself when you're beginning, get yourself maybe a moth, and then you can fly up to these places and get a little bit of metal until you're set up and get an RG and an Inky, or find a couple of the locations that are closer to the ground. I did try to find a couple, but oh goodness, it's hard. Okay, so the first place we're at is 70.2, 66.3. We're up here. This is close to a spawn zone. That's why I thought I'd show it. There's just two. Now, saying that, there are apparently a couple rocks that do have metal in it. There's also obsidian here, but I've been hammering away on rocks around these areas and not yielding any metal unless I need an Inky. So keep that in mind. But here's the first spot. Let's go to the next. Here's our second location, which is kind of off another spawn zone. So that's that, but it is high up again. We're currently at 31.2, a 44.2, and this place yields a few rocks of rich metal, as well as apparently a few rocks that have a little bit of metal in them. Spot number 3 is again kind of off a spawn area. As you can see, we have a couple metal rocks around here. Current location is 34.2, 55.4. Now we're getting to areas that are a little up higher in the sky, and these areas do hold quite a bit more metal than the first few places that I showed you. So here we are. If you get around on this mountain here, or mountain range, at 25.8, 56.7, you should be able to find a few more metal nodes than usual. And I want to say that this area over here is probably the easiest to get up from. As you can see, there is a way from the desert or from the Scorched map up, but that doesn't mean that it's not stranger danger zone in this area. There's lots of stranger danger creatures, but there's also a lot of metal, so it's a pretty handy spot. My current location is 35.5, 67.4. I think this is the area that I would be heading out for metal. And again, here's another easy to get up to spot, as in you don't have to fly. As you can see, there's a way to kind of climb up. It's probably still better to have a flyer. And there's some metal all around this area, but I found one just to show you guys. My current location is 56.3, 78.3. Another mountain range with metal. Metal's going to be all over this one, as well as most of the other ones. There's only a couple that you're going to find 2 or 3 nodes, but a lot of these, if you have a fly around, you should be able to see some. And if you have an Inky and an RG, you can easily just go and hit a bunch of rocks, and hopefully even the ones with a little bit of metal, you should be able to get some. My current location is 71.46. In another area we have here at 74.3, 33.7. And then I tried to find some that were kind of on the ground, but even on the resource map, it says there's a bunch on the side of the scar, but I did not see them. So either they haven't spawned in yet, I don't know. It was weird because it should be there, or the map hasn't been updated from the ASE. But I did find some metal up here, which is kind of by the scar. You would have to kind of like shimmy your way up. Actually, you would probably have to fly up here. But I found a couple here that are not hard to miss. There's some, well, it looks like obsidian. The daytime is kind of getting the light is shining on everything. My current location is 71.5, 23.3. So like I said, check along the scar if you're running around and you have something that's a little safer. Because I was really hoping that there would be some that you could easily come grab after killing a few creatures maybe, or when you're coming to get a wyvern or whatnot, that you could grab some. But I don't see them anywhere. In this nice luscious area, we have a few nodes as well, and probably a few more that we don't see on screen. My current location is 25.9, 20.6, and last but not least, I tried, like I said, to find some on the ground, and I was able to find a couple nodes right here, as you can see on the other side of the dunes. But there's a couple pieces right here that should be kind of easy to get to, minus the stranger dangers down below. My current location is 20.5 and 19.6. And as you can see here on my map, they all seem to be on the higher levels of the mountain ranges. Sometimes there can be the stones that have a little bit of metal in them all around these areas. There's also a couple other areas that I didn't include because they weren't as populated with metal. So you might find some, but they tend to stay all along in these general areas and all along these mountain ranges, and even in here. But even trying to find some river rock or anything, you might find a couple right in this area and a couple kind of in this area. But other than that, I don't see very, very much. So keep that in mind, guys. I hope I was able to help you find a little bit of metal today in your journey in Scorched Earth, Ark Survival Ascended. If you did like what I provided for you today, feel free to hit that like button. And if you're new here, why not subscribe? I hope you all have a super duper magical day, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.